dwarves being absent from the current Snow White movie has caused a lot of controversy. It is believed that this is because of the one dwarf to rule them all, that is Peter Dinklage, who made a claim along the lines of that you've got the dwarves still living in a cave when you're going to be as progressive as casting a Latina to play Snow White, which is what essentially led to the dwarves being axed and the casting of the 7 magical creatures instead, one of which ironically was a dwarf. This led to a spate of videos online criticising Disney for this very controversial decision, as it did take roles away from little people, 7 roles to be precise, and how this wasn't going to be helpful to anyone in the little people community. Well, it definitely wasn't, that's for sure. Little people did have something to say about it at the time, and now a couple of years later, Martin Kleber, who is voicing the dwarves, has also got something to say on this as well. Hello and welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Shout About It, with me, Rachel, the Queen of the Woke, as crowned by one of my haters, not by myself. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, switch on the notification bell so that you know I'm releasing another video. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed already. I can't run this channel without you. So I've got an article from Just Jared, and it's covering Martin's opinions on why the premiere was scaled back, and he does mention that it is actually to do with Rachel, but he doesn't know the ins and outs of it. However, he goes on also to talk about the dwarves, and that's the part I'm going to focus on. If you would like to read the full article, please follow the link below. I always link my articles in the description box for you. Martin also reacted to the movie initially changing the dwarves' characters to 7 magical creatures, but then going back to having them as 7 dwarves, but still CGI animated. I don't usually get into political stuff, but I felt dwarves aren't going to go away just because you can't imagine that they're there, he said. We're still going to be walking around. So I didn't get the whole stuff about not doing the dwarves. The story's been around forever and it's a classic. If you guys go this route, it just makes sense to be able to draw them the way you want, Martin added, of using VFX for the dwarves. This way they're all the same size, and to find 7 little people actors to pull it off, that's not an easy thing either. Firstly, I'm going to comment on the fact that Martin actually tried to keep this as diplomatic as possible, because it is a contentious issue for a lot of actors in the little people community. He acknowledges the fact that it didn't make sense to not have the dwarves in the film, and he also takes time to praise the original classic story as well, and I agree. And to me though, it didn't make sense to have the dwarves not represented in the film. They should be there, and yes, I know they're not as many famous little people as there are actors out there. There are plenty of actors out there who would love to be able to do these roles who are not as well known in the little people community. Retrospectively, it probably did in many respects make it easier for Disney to go ahead and animate the dwarves and make them more uniformed, but at the risk of ostracizing a group of people that actually do exist. That's not what I would actually deem fair casting. The entertainment industry is already hard enough as it is to get into, and by doing what they did, they made it even harder. At the end of the day, I don't think it should have been done that way. It's a live action. You have the actors that you can cast perfectly well in it, and you should have not listened to the one voice of Peter Dinklage. You should have listened to the vast majority of the little people community to see what they had to say. And Disney didn't do that. And now they're paying the price for it. And that's unfortunate. This film could have been absolutely amazing. 88 years on, they could have been fantastic. But they chose to go down the route that they did, and they're now paying the price. It's a short one for me today, but let me know what you think. Chat about it, don't shout about it. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, switch on the notification bells so you know I'm releasing another video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.